So as you see, these two youngins got a mixtape coming out. He already see the title. You dig? They got an interview on Zach TV right now. You know what I mean? Part 1 and part 2. You gotta check it out. You know what I mean? But the vibe of this one, from what Shorty was saying in the vlog, commercial shit, none of that killing, that drilling shit, and that's kind of different. You know what I mean? I guess it makes sense though. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if you take something and try something new so early, it may not work. And it's like, okay, what if the streets actually want them to be on that type of shit? But it can show, if they switch it up to some commercial shit, how versatile they are. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it makes you wonder, like, they about, what, 15, 16 years old? So far as commercial shit, like, what's the lanes? Like, flexing, money talk, car talk, you know what I mean? Touring and shit like that. But then that's going to get repetitive after 5 songs like that. So I definitely feel like if they're going to do a project like that, they need to bring in some specialists, you know what I mean, to help bring that project to life. If it's just a mixtape, I mean, you can test it and just let them go in there and do what they do, like give them a concept and that's what they're running with and see how it turns out. But watching the interview, you definitely see that Matti is more like focused than Lil Mouse. And it seemed kind of forced when you watch the interview, because the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, damn, this shit just seemed kind of forced though. Like if you watching their movements and especially what they saying, especially Matti, just look at his facial expressions. It seemed like he want to be there, but then again he don't. You know what I mean? Because I remember the first time when they had did a song, it kind of seemed forced, like, you know, they doing it because they're the youngest that's on Chirac right now. They got a song all called X-Files right now. I ain't check it out yet, you know what I mean? I just want to see what possibly can come from, you know, them after listening to the interview. Because sometimes with Zach TV interviews, they be cool, but it just seems like people don't really have much more to talk about. It's like it can be damn near a 2-part interview to where it feel like they could have wrapped that shit up in like 10 minutes. Because it's the basic questions every time, either about the project or a song or how did they become a rapper or where they from. You know, a lot of that shit get repetitive. I mean, Zach TV is dope, you know, but it's like some artists we feel like we want to see on Zach TV for as the Chicago shit, and then some artists we don't want to see. And then I feel like, okay, I get it, you from Chicago, you doing what you do, but step out of that, you know, let your brand be more than just Chicago. I would like to see Atlanta artists, Miami artists, New York artists, you know, Bay Area artists. That shit'd be dope. That's what make you a dope ass, you know, I guess, brand in a interview or whatever you want to call yourself, a blogger. You dig? It's only so much you can get from listening to Zach TV. That's no shade to him. I just want to see him do other artists. You know what I mean? Even if Sosa, quote unquote, can go back to Chirac, fly your ass to L.A., you know, get an interview with them, because niggas want to know. They got questions about, you know, the label, the brand, you know, the clothing line, the music, what's going on. I just feel like if he be out, you know what I mean? He do little clips when he in New York or when he over there and fans be going crazy, but I just feel like, I don't know. But back to these two, I mean, who's to say that it will be whack? Because off top, a lot of people be like, oh, these two niggas whack, who want to hear that shit, yada, yada, yada. But obviously they got a fan base if they shit be moving. You know what I mean? I don't really know their whole, you know, sales as far as, you know, if they have anything on iTunes or downloads or streams or anything like that. But they got to be doing something to be getting the money that they're getting. Not that I'm counting pockets, but I mean, you can just tell that they have a fan base. And, you know what I mean, if it comes from iTunes, if it comes from World Star, YouTube, they have a fan base, you know what I mean? And that's kind of cool. But to see that these two do music, I don't know, like, how I feel about that. You know, of course, for a reviewer, certain ages shouldn't listen to certain music. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's still music. You know, it's part of the culture. Somebody out there somewhere want to hear people's thoughts on certain projects. And these are, like, teenage artists. And you have people out there that are in high school, middle school that listen to these people. And they may come across your vlog and see, you know, what's your opinion on it as well. They might have an opinion on it. You know, but this is just news to me. It's kind of shocked me to say, like, wow, so y'all coming out with a mixtape, which ain't bad. but y'all piggybacking off of what Future and Drake did. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I just thought this was very intriguing. But definitely go watch the interview and tell me what y'all think. Like, don't leave a comment. Go watch that shit and come back and let me know what y'all thought about the interview, or was I bugging or some shit like that. I personally think Matti gonna out-rap Lil Mouse. You know what I mean? Because Lil Mouse, to me, remind me of like a Dirk, where he's good at like harmonizing and using certain melodies and everything. But I could be wrong. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole joint. I'll holler at y'all. One.